Hi there, it's Dalene. You're listening to my YouTube channel on my networking tips. It's not really about making money, it's really more about creating those relationships and building trust. Why trust will always be your greatest business advantage. If you've ever been to a networking event hoping to meet your next client, you're not alone. Most of us have walked into a room wondering who we should meet, what we should say, and whether the conversation might lead to new business. There's nothing wrong with that. After all, we're all investing our time because we are hoping to grow our businesses and build meaningful relationships. But over the years, I've learned something that completely changed how I approach networking. People rarely do business because of one great conversation. They do business because trust, and that's built over time, and it's hard to rush that. Trust can't be rushed. One of the biggest misconceptions about networking is that success happens during the event itself. In reality, the event is simply where the relationship begins. The conversations we have are important, but they're only the first chapter. What happens after the event often determines that connection, whether that connection will grow into a friendship, a referral partner, or a future client. Trust doesn't happen because somebody heard a great sales pitch. It happens because they experience consistency. They see you show up, they see you follow through, and they see that you genuinely care. Asking better questions. Early in my career, I spent too much time thinking about what I wanted to say. Then I realized something. The most memorable conversations aren't the ones where we do all the talking. They're the ones where the other person feels heard and seen. That simple shift changed everything for me. Instead of trying to impress people, I became genuinely curious about them. What brought them to the event? What challenges are they facing? What's exciting them the most? People appreciate being listened to. More importantly, those conversations often reveal ways you can genuinely help. The follow up is where the relationships grow. I've often said that networking events don't create business, relationships do. I've had people ask me, Dalene, how do I close a sale at a networking event? And I usually say, stay home, it's not going to happen. But the relationships are built after the event. One thoughtful follow up email, a resource you promised to send, a quick introduction to somebody in your network, a message weeks later asking how things are going. Those are the moments that build trust. They also demonstrate reliability and something every client values. You don't need to know everything. When I started my very first business, I certainly didn't have all the answers. If somebody asked me something I couldn't answer, I'd simply tell them I didn't know. I'd make a note of it. I'd find out and get back to them. People appreciate honesty. That lesson has stayed with me throughout my career. Being trustworthy doesn't mean you're perfect. It means dependable. It means keeping your word. It means doing what you said you would do. Relationships before results. It's easy to focus on the outcomes, new clients, new contracts, new opportunities. Those things matter. But I found they happen much more naturally when we stop chasing transactions and start investing in relationships. Every conversation is an opportunity to learn something. Every introduction has the potential to create value. Every follow up is another chance to strengthen trust. When you approach networking with a genuine desire to help rather than simply hoping to sell, people notice. And over time, those relationships become one of the greatest assets your business will ever have. When you're in a situation and you need somebody's help, when people trust you, you can usually find the resource that you need a whole lot easier. If you'd like more encouragement and practical ideas to make your networking feel natural, I'd love you to join my monthly newsletter. You'll receive insights, resources, and updates about upcoming online and in-person events. And if you enjoy learning through real stories and conversations, tune into my podcast, Network Equals Net Worth. And it's not about money. It's about the richness in our relationship. So if you need to meet some new people, reach out to me and we'll teach you how to build $1 million business by building relationships. Everybody's got a story, and I'd love to hear yours. Have a great day.